She's known as Wanheda, the commander of death.
The Ice Nation guys we killed asked about Wanheda. They're looking for Clarke. Why?
My people believe that when you kill someone, you get their power. Kill Wanheda, and you command death.
I've heard what they call you now. Wanheda, commander of death.
You guess I came here to fix things. Wanheda, the peacemaker.
What becomes of the commander when there's no one left to kill? Hey guys, so obviously got myself a few reference pictures. So Clarke was rocking these faux dreadlocks appearances. I'm not actually sure what product was used, but I'm definitely going to be using some conditioner, so I'm prepping it into a container just to start things off with, but I won't be going in with my hair just yet. I'm starting off with my face first, going in with some coconut oil to obviously hydrate / moisturize, then going in with my NYX invisible finish foundation, and then of course blending that out with my beauty sponge. And then going through and blending out my NYX Wonder Stick Concealer. I actually did this already, but I was out of focus, so I just did it again for the sake of video and for a clean video. Then I'm taking the contouring side and just sharpening up my jawline and then blending that out with the same sponge. So now I'm taking some of my Rimmel Match Perfect powder and my paddle brush and setting it under my eyes first so my eyes don't crease. And then I will be going in with this, I think it's possibly a Nude by Nature brush. I couldn't be bothered reaching for my XO Beauty one, and this one was already sticking up, so I just used it instead. Using the same powder, now I'm going in with the brows. Eliza / Clarke does have very thin brows, like no bigger than the brush that I'm using. And she also has very light brows. She does not have very full, thick, bold brows, not like Octavia. So she has very straight brows for the most part, but she has got a very subtle arch, like the tiniest amount of it. So just cleaning up wherever I need to, and that brow looked a bit too high, so I flattened it down a little bit. Now I'm obviously going through and priming my eyes. I am just softening the product up with some coconut oil, just so that the primer goes on a whole lot smoother, using my Real Techniques Deluxe Crease brush. And then of course setting over with the same powder and my paddle brush, and cleaning up one more time anywhere that I need to. And then just to soften up the appearance of the brows, I am powdering back over again with the same powder. So then I'm taking this contouring shade, I'm taking this ABH brush, and they have a lot of, like, I guess, exaggerated contour tones, around the eyes, around the nose. Abby probably has the most obvious eye makeup going on, but for the rest of them, they have a lot more subtle, except when it comes to grander makeup. Obviously, it's more grungy and like something out of a Kiss album. But basically, Clarke has very subtle, kind of that tired, dark-eyed look. So I'm basically just exaggerating that, or recreating that, whatever you want to call it. So just focus on the crease to begin with, and then in the inner corners. Sort of dragging it down my nose a little bit, but then officially going through and contouring my nose, because Clarke / Eliza's nose is just a lot tinier and flatter and a little bit more pinched in naturally. So I'm contouring my nose to hopefully match up to what hers has. So I'm just drawing my nose in a little bit by obviously contouring the sides, which you can clearly see. And then to give the illusion that my nose is a bit shorter, when really it's not, it's just got powder on it, I am drawing like a arrow shape, so kind of making my nose look, you can see what I'm doing, it's hard to describe this step, but this part I am shortening out the tip of my nose, or setting the illusion of that by adding some of the same shade to the tip of my nose. And then as I do, focus right on Clarke's nose on my reference picture, which now and again you'll see me leaning forward, which I'm doing right now. I do take into consideration that she has a bit of a bulbous button nose, so I'm basically drawing little shaded circles around the tip of my nose just to enhance that. So then I'm taking some vanilla cream from the Dominic Cosmetics, and they're just enhancing the tip of my nose and the bridge of my nose. Then just adding some more of that contour shade under my under eyes for that further tired look. They don't get a whole lot of sleep with all the surviving that they're doing. So then I took some of the same vanilla cream shade and just put this onto my eyelid just to make my eyelids seem a bit brighter, because she doesn't have any colours on her actual lid, but she does in the crease. And I'm placing the same shade on my brow bone as well as my inner corner. And then just drawing my nose in a little bit further with the same shade, the same vanilla cream shade, just to help enhance a smaller, more pinching looking nose. I reckon I did alright, considering you can't actually change the shape of your nose with makeup, not unless you go under surgery. So then I'm taking this bronze shade. Although they landed right on winter when they touched down, they still got a little bit of sun, so in some reference pictures I could see that Lisa or Clarke had a bit of a sun-kissed glow going on. So I'm just adding this around the perimeter of my forehead, obviously. Then I noticed that she had like a little bit of considerably sun damage, because I obviously wouldn't have had sunscreen with them. Sun damage onto the sides of the cheeks but along the jawline, and then obviously placing some of the same shade onto my cheeks like where you normally put bronzer. So now taking some of XO Beauty Aurora. I'm pretty sure that none of these girls have anything that gets you to a level of highlight, so I'm just adding a very natural sheen to the face using this highlight, which is perfect. And then just adding a bit more contour and bronzer under my jawline. Then I'm curling my lashes up and going in with the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara, because she does have a little bit of mascara on. So then I'm taking a tiny amount of Michaela from the newest XO Beauty Lip Liners kit. I'm basically just adding a little bit of colour and enhancing my lip shape just a little bit. Elisa/Clarke doesn't really have full lips, but you know, it's always a little something there. So for genuine hydration and for that lip balm look, I just decided to put on some coconut oil. Now for the hair, I am obviously brushing through. I did choose to put a 3-strand braid onto one side of my head, kind of like peekaboo braids, because Clarke had a few braids underneath of her hair. So once I got through with that, I just fattened the braid up a little bit, and then obviously secured it off with a clear elastic. She does have some black elastics in, but I only had clear ones to work with. So now on this side, I am adding the first hair tie about 2 inches, maybe 3.5 inches down from my ear or hairline. Another one 2 to 3 inches below it. I'm basically making this into like a bubble braid minus the braid, and each time I tied it off, I did tighten it up by pulling up the hair a little bit, the way you normally tie up hair, or pull a bit taut, just so it can enhance the bubble look. And then I just decided to add an extra braid. So now for the purpose of the conditioner, one by one I am taking individual strands, and some sections I am flattening out smooth, other strands I am twisting to give that faux dreadlock look. I have done this before back when I had my silver hair, so I know for a fact that it works. In fact, doing this voice over now, my hair is actually still in the same setting. So through all my hair, I'm just basically flattening down with the conditioner and or twisting it to give it that faux dreadlock look. But I will stop talking now so that you can just enjoy the rest of this time lapse, and then I'll get back to you when we're at the end of the video. Like I said, I did do this back when my hair was silver and my oil extensions, but I didn't quite have enough extensions to go around, so my hair just looked plainly ridiculous. So now that I am blonde again and my extensions are a lot more fuller, I was wondering, you know, would this work out a whole lot better, and it turns out that it actually did. For the life of me, I could not figure out her basket weave looking braid at the top of her head that kept her bangs pinned back, but nonetheless, this is the whole look of one header, Commander of Death. Thank you all so much for watching. I had a lot of fun. The hair was the exciting part for me. But thank you all so much for watching this video. I really do hope you enjoyed it, and I shall see you all in my future videos. Ciao!